The Battle of Edge Hill.
Edge Hill is near a town called Banbury, but Edge Hill itself is a little countryside town.
At this current time, it is full of fields and civilised people. But in 1642, Edge Hill was the scene of a tragic battle between the King and Parliament.
The King's army, also known as the Royalists, were led by King Charles himself with Prince Rupert of the Rhine,
While Parliament, also known as the Parliamentarians, were led by the Earl of Essex.
On the 23rd of October, the first major battle of the English Civil War began.
The battle lasted for just a day.
But at the time, it felt longer.
As expected, many people were killed or at least seriously injured.
In fact, at least 500 from each side died.
And roughly 1,500 were injured.
Compared to other battles, this may not seem like a massive amount of people, but the Royalists only had 12,400 men.
And the Parliamentarians had 1,500 men.
It means the Royalists were left with only 10,400 men.
Despite these thousands of deaths on the battlefields, there was no time for mourning.
That didn't stop the fight.
Fighters squared up at 6 o'clock that very same day, but there was a stalemate which continued overnight.
Parliamentarians claimed a slight victory during that due to the Royalists' lack of belief and leadership.
And that was the end of the Battle of Edge Hill. However, the battle between Parliament and the King still continued.
In 1649, Charles was charged with high treason. He was tried and found guilty.
On the 30th of January 1649, Charles I was beheaded.